A lot of you have asked me that which career path should I pick? Right now, I'm absolute beginner. I want to become a developer. So should I go with the blockchain development? Should I go with the backend development or a web development or a AI development? Which one is the good career path for me at the moment? Because you can see there is an AI boom and there is a lot of advancement is happening in the field of AI. So which one is secure for me? Which one should I pick so I can able to be relevant in the industry? So this is the question I get a lot. So the first thing I want to tell you that it's a really valid question which you have to ask yourself, that why you want to get into this particular field. Once you have that clarity, it would be very easy to face all the challenges which you're going to have down the line when you will learn the technology, when you will apply for the job, when you're going to get into the industry. Because sustaining is a very important thing in the industry. You can get it the job, but if you don't have the skills, if you don't have the knowledge, then it will be very hard for you to cope up with the relevant changes which are going to happen in the industry. So first you have to find out your interest. Don't need to find out that here is the less crowd, so I will go into that particular field. Like, there is an opportunity, there is a market for every single technology, but how good you are in that particular technology, that's the thing you have to ask yourself. Still, the companies are hiring. Right now, you will find that most of the jobs are getting impact on the lower level, because most of the work can be done with this AI model. This AI agent can generate the entire system design with a boilerplate, and then you're going to work on top of it, where you're going to do the optimization, security, tons of things will come later on top of that. So you have to ask yourself that which one you really want to pursue your career. Right now, you will find a lot of users are talking about the AI agent, low code AI agent, where you can simply integrate different AI agent. That's a different thing. But when you go to build your custom AI agent, which you want to integrate in a decentralized exchange or a centralized exchange, then how you can code that, how you can able to build that entire infrastructure, entire architecture, and are you really capable of doing that? So that's the thing you have to ask yourself. So it's good to find it's good to ask this question to understand your position, that where you are, what kind of caliber you have, what kind of resources, what kind of time you have, how much effort you can put in that particular technology to make yourself relevant, and how you can learn the thing faster, because everybody is different from one another. Like, the thing I can learn quickly, it might take you a lot of time. So you have to understand yourself, you have to ask yourself, and you have to be relevant and acceptable. So whatever changes is happening in the industry is going to be happen. Like, after every 5 years, after every 10 years, this kind of market reset will come, where you will find a lot of people will lose their job. At the same time, a lot of new jobs will come. So you have to be open, you have to be very open. Right now, I can see that most of the job which you guys are talking about in the blockchain field, like, you will have the job, but the problem is that there's a less supply of the developer. We really have less developer who can really write the quality code. Like, everybody is calling themselves a developer, but when it's come to writing a quality code, they don't have that quality. That's the really problem. When you talk about the gas optimization, they don't have the idea that what gas optimization is. Like, when the transaction is taking place, there is a huge consumption of the gas. So how you can call yourself a blockchain developer, how you can get into the company when you don't have this basic understanding, when you don't have the knowledge about the programming language? So you have to ask yourself that how long you can able to sustain in the industry. Like, if you think that you will jump into technology, start learning about technology, and you will get the job in the 2 week or a month or 2 month, that's not going to be happen. There is a proper process, there is a proper research which you have to do in terms of technology, in terms of resources, in terms of finding the company, in terms of finding the project, and based on that you have to prepare yourself. So definitely there is a huge market for the blockchain developer, there is a huge demand, but are you good enough to provide and deliver that kind of project? Are you good enough to build a trading bot? Are you good enough to build a decentralized exchange? Can you ask yourself this question? If you're really good in that, definitely you will get tons of project. Not in the company, but you will get a lot of agency project where you can able to work on the project. Because I get tons of project where we have to work with a company, mostly in the startup field, where we have to build the entire infrastructure. So definitely you will have the opportunity, but how good you are, that's the thing you have to ask yourself. Definitely every industry will have some ups and downs, every segment will have some changes, some workflow will change, the pipelines will change, the hiring process will change, the technology will change, the root level of understanding will also change, the architecture of the management will change. So these changes will happen. The thing is that, are you good in the technology which you are applying for? So right now you can see there is a lot of demand is happening in the AI agent field, where you can write and build the custom agent, and the same agent we are integrating in the blockchain decentralized exchange for providing the better trading pattern for the user, so they can easily able to do the analysis of the trade based on the on-chain data and the off-chain data, and then they can perform the trade. So there is tons of things as happening. We have built a couple of agents which we have integrated in a decentralized ecosystem, where we are providing all these details about the trading board, about the exchange rate. That's all is happening. So you have to learn, you have to be very good in the core technology. If you are absolute beginner, I would highly encourage you to first focus on the JavaScript. Learn JavaScript. It's a really powerful language. It will allow you to get into the industry quickly, and you will work in a different dimension. Like you can work on the back end, front end, you can work on the smart contract, because all the libraries which you will find, it's written in JavaScript. So you can easily be able to communicate, build the bridges between the blockchain with the DApp, and user can easily be able to communicate. So it's a really powerful language. You have to work on it. Give 1 to 2 months. I'm not telling you to be master. Be good enough to take the switch in the blockchain development. So after that, you can learn about the Solidity programming language is the most demandable. A lot of you have this confusion that should I go where there is a lot of crowd, or should I go where is we have the less developer? Don't think in that way. If you are a beginner developer, I would never suggest you to pick a complicated language like Go or Rust. There you will find less community, there you will find less support, there you will find less project. Obviously there is a demand, but you won't find that kind of support which you need at the initial stage to start learning the technology. But as compared to Solidity, there you will find tons of contracts, there you will find all type of business model which you can simply replicate and try to build around it. In that way you will gain the understanding very quickly. In that way you will have the understanding that how decentralized application exactly work, how you can build a decentralized system and communicate with the decentralized system. So that's all you will learn. After that, once you master one particular technology, one particular framework, one particular blockchain, after that it will be very easy for you to take the switch and learn any other programming language, because all the programming language have the same structure. The variables is different, the structure is different, but it has the same thing. The data storage, the functions, the loop, that's all is same. The structure is different, but you can easily be able to take the switch to any other programming language. So first focus on the root technology. Root technology. A lot of you have this confusion that should I focus on vibe coding? I'll tell you one thing, that vibe coding is not for you if you are a beginner. Vibe coding is for the advanced developer to like build the things faster. Like if you don't have the understanding about the coding, about the programming language, then how you can able to give the command? How you can able to understand and do the optimization of this code which you're going to generate? I'm not talking about the future, that how good is going to be the AI and it will generate the perfect code. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the current scenario that right now most of the organization, most of the individual, a person like me, use this vibe coding for generating the boilerplate. And then we'll start working on top of it. So if you really want to enhance the smart contract, if you want to enhance the features, if you want to optimize the contract, like handling multiple users, tons of things, then you need experience, then you need the understanding of the programming language, then you can able to make those changes and those optimization. These AI models can generate you the code. If you really want to generate the desired code, you have to know what you have to ask. If you give the single command, it's going to generate the boilerplate for you. But if you really want to make the trick, if you really want to use a specific package, then you have to understand that how things are happening in the particular programming language, what model you have to use, what filter model you have to use, what customization you have to do in the contract as well as in the front end part, so it can consume less gas, how you can store the variable in the state variable, how you can take the variables in the memory, how you can use the call data. So you have to know all of this. You can start building the project and make yourself industry ready. If you're absolute beginner and if you think that I will complete this particular course, this particular project, get in the company, you can, but you have to be really good in that. You're really good in that, then it will be very good for you to get into the company. So that's the thing you have to keep in mind. Again, I'm telling you that don't be in this ideal situation that this vibe coding, this AI models, like there is no job, what should I focus, what should I not focus? Find your interest, what you want to do, how you can sustain yourself, how you can give your time on the technology, how you can make yourself relevant, check your finances, condition, check your your environment and make the decision. Like they all have this situation. It's not only to blockchain development, but the same thing is happening to the web 2 and web 3, like backend development, front end development, AI development. Same thing is happening to all of this industry. So these kind of up and down will come. It doesn't mean that when this will happen, I will leave my work. I'm in the industry means I have some project. That's why I'm in this industry. So try to think in that way. Make yourself ready enough to build an industry ready project. Even you are a beginner, that's the fact. If you are a beginner, it doesn't matter. You have to keep yourself, build your skill in such a way. So when you will get the project, you can start and build that completely and you can explain it that what exactly it is. When you will have this kind of confidence, when you will have this kind of skill level which you can deliver in the industry, then you are welcome in the company. Definitely, then you are welcome. So that's the thing you have to keep in mind.